There's a town in America that you won't find on most maps anymore. A town where the earth still breathes smoke. Where the air smells of fire, and the ground is hotter than the summer sun. This isn't fiction. This is a real place, and it's still burning, deep beneath the soil of Pennsylvania. This is the story of Centralia, the town that burned forever. In the early 1960s, Centralia was a quiet mining town, home to about 2,000 people. Families lived simple lives. The men worked in the coal mines, the women ran small stores and raised children. There was laughter, church bells, and the smell of fresh bread from the local bakery. But under their feet ran a massive web of coal mines, deep, dark, and full of danger. In May 1962, local firefighters were asked to clean up the town's landfill before Memorial Day celebrations. They set the trash on fire, planning to let it burn out, a routine job. But this time, something went wrong. The fire found an open crack that led straight into the old coal mine tunnels beneath the ground. And once the flames slipped inside, there was no turning back. At first, no one thought much of it. A bit of smoke here, a strange smell there. But then, the ground grew warm, too warm. People began noticing smoke rising from their backyards. Basements filled with the smell of burning sulfur. The walls cracked. The earth groaned. By 1970, the town's main road had cracks wide enough to swallow a tire. Children walking to school saw thin white smoke drifting out of the soil. Still, the officials said it wasn't serious, that the fire would burn itself out. But the fire didn't stop. It kept moving. Quietly. Invisibly. The fire was alive now, moving through the tunnels like a living thing. Basements became ovens. Paint peeled off walls. Thermometers in the ground showed temperatures over 900 degrees Fahrenheit. People started getting sick. The carbon monoxide levels inside homes rose to deadly levels. And then, the ground began to open. Holes appeared without warning, swallowing trees, cars, and roads. But in 1981, something happened that changed everything. A 12-year-old boy named Todd Domboski was playing in his grandmother's backyard. Suddenly, the earth beneath him collapsed. He fell into a steaming hole, over 150 feet deep. Toxic gas filled the pit. He would have died in seconds, if his cousin hadn't pulled him out just in time. That moment, that one horrifying event, finally made America look at Centralia. By the early 1980s, Centralia looked like a town under siege. The government declared it unsafe. The fire couldn't be put out, it had spread too deep, too wide. In 1984, the U.S. Congress approved $42 million to relocate the residents. Families who had lived there for generations packed their bags, leaving everything behind, homes, shops, and entire memories buried under smoke and ash. Some refused to go. They said Centralia was their home, and they'd rather die there than leave. For years, the few who stayed lived in ghostly silence, surrounded by abandoned houses and smoking fields. By 1992, the state condemned all buildings. By 2002, Centralia's zip code was officially erased. The post office closed. The churches were torn down. Only one, St. Mary's Church, still stands on the hill, overlooking the town like a guardian over ghosts. Today, fewer than 10 people still live there. They say the fire still burns beneath their feet. The government says it could last for another 250 years. If you walk through Centralia today, you'll find broken roads covered in graffiti, trees growing through concrete, and the faint hiss of smoke escaping from cracks in the earth. The famous Graffiti Highway became a symbol of what was lost, a road to nowhere, painted with the voices of those who remembered. Tourists came. Then they were banned. The land is too dangerous now, still shifting, still hot. Some say Centralia is cursed. Others say it's a warning. But for many Americans, it's a reminder that what we build can also destroy us. Centralia didn't die in a single day. It faded, swallowed by the same earth that once gave it life. The fire still burns, deep below. And maybe, in a way, so does the town's memory. Because as long as the ground keeps breathing, Centralia is not completely gone. It's just another story buried in the ashes of forgotten America.